What up, YouTube? Agent Persuasion here, and I'm here with my boy Caleb.
What up?
Who just got 4th place at our Winner Box tournament playing what deck, my friend?
DDD.
Jesus Christ, the hardest deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! To play. What do you think about it?
I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm just putting cards on board and hoping they do stuff.
Honestly, it's been working because that deck is scary and they have negates, and I actually lost a lot of your cards because you made that big 35 dude, and I was like, that negates my Clazy, and I died. Yeah, I didn't know what was happening, but you killed me that turn. That was 83 on the board. I was dead. But yeah, it's pretty nasty. Let's go and jump to the deck profile, bro. Let's see it.
Okay, first things first. 3 of your best 1-card normals on starters.
This card's Stratos, right?
Oh yeah, this card says search for any dark contract on summon, or you can bounce one of your DD cards back to your hand.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
If you drew one of the scales you wanted to keep in hand, and you want to set off Gilgamesh in hand, and you can bounce one off. You can bounce one of your guys back with that effect. Set that scale
change the scale up. So basically, you're never locked if it looks like you locked yourself on purpose.
Sometimes depends.
It depends on the situation. That's fair. That card's God card.
3 up. I'm either baiting your negate or I'm putting out a negate of my own.
Oh yeah, this is the fusion card guy, right?
Yep, fusion card, fusion summon from hand, and it doesn't discard for cost, it just activates in hands.
I remember that because I debarred you and you like kept in your hands like, oh, it wasn't cost, unlucky. Card's good.
One of Lamia, one of Necro Slime. Lamia I don't really use because my deck isn't really that big into synchro summoning that right now. The only one I really go into is my Curse King Siegfried. And Necro Slime, just an extra fusion effect from Graveyard to go off with.
Dude, I forgot that was a tuner. I didn't even think about that. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I forgot this card existed in half my games.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't need that card. Kind of nice. Did you pack the dark? I know. Oh, it's he tried to stop trying to say.
All right.
He knew it was fake. Fake news.
Next, 3 copies of RU. Thank God for this support card.
This card is nuts.
3 effects, all I can activate the same turn if I need this thing in my extra deck. Oh great, I just set it as a scale of Gilgamesh effect and pop itself.
Bro, I saw you do that to me. You did use it like all the effects in one turn. I was like, oh my god. I read it again to make sure it said once per turn, but it says once per turn each effect. And I was like, oh rip.
Hello, Mr. Extender, Dump and Draw, and Searcher.
Yeah, this card should be more than a super rare, but it's kind of nice.
Happy it isn't.
Yeah, it would have been expensive.
Next up, we got 3 Copernicus. I love opening this because this means I can dump. I can either bait out an Ash Boss and Imperm like that, or I'm dumping my copy of Vice Typhon off of this card. So later on my combo, instead of going, I don't have to use Marksman King Tell to dump Vice Typhon the Fusion Summon. I could use it to dump a copy of Necroslime if I need additional fusion. I could keep on Wave King Seeker to link off with that to search for any Dark Contract card I'm missing. Yeah. And just keep going from there.
Ah, I see. That's that Typhoon Snake dude, right?
Yep, Vice Typhon.
Yeah, I've never seen that card.
Next, 2 of my favorite boy, DD Orthros.
Yeah, that card, structure that card. He's a tuner too.
He's my level 4 tuner. This is the one I used to synchro summon the most.
Okay, that makes sense.
Curse King, plus his scale effects is once per turn, target 1 spell on the field, and 1 other DD or Dark Contract I control, pop them both. He is a built-in MST popper.
Oh, so, pops?
Okay, cool. You activate mine. Alright, pop them.
Because it's a scale. Oh, that's hilarious.
Next up, DD Cerberus.
That's just crazy.
I can use this card as a monster in a pinch, but I really just want to use him as a scale because this card makes scale effect turns a DD monster I control into level 4. So in case I only have my Savant Kepler and Griffin set up, when I Pendulum summon out, I use him set him up off Gilgamesh, Pendulum summon those guys out, turn Kepler to level 4 so I can overlay into Wave King Caesar.
Oh, that's how, yeah, that's kind of nice. Okay, cool.
Next, DD Vice Typhon.
The snake!
Use this thing in Graveyard. Fusion summon out your Flame High King Genghis.
That card is good. I actually like that card. It's just a common too.
DD Savant Thomas. I only play 1. This is to recur your extra deck resources, or in a pinch, if you have to special summon him out, you can use him to drop Duo Donkey and Kali Yuga real quick.
Oh yeah, Kali Yuga is a win condition.
Oh yeah. Next, double DD Oblivion King Abyss Ragnarok.
That card's nuts.
This. Okay, Johnny, I'm gonna tell you something. When I end up going to my combo, if I use Griffin in any level 4, I do not set up Cerberus. I set up him because his scale effect, if I'm going first, I don't care if you're only taking half battle damage that turn. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you don't care at that point. You're just special summoning.
And my other scale I try to set up off of my scale 0 says I don't take effect damage, meaning his other downside doesn't affect me, so that's just a free resource back on my board when I'm fusion my special summon on a DD monster.
Yeah.
His on-field effect, if I special normal summon this, special back that DDD monster from my graveyard. So that says bring back that Cursed King Siegfried. Bring
God,
back
Siegfried's nuts.
Bring back that High Flame King Genghis. That's to a late overlay.
Yeah, Siegfried is broken.
His other effect, I can tribute any other DD monster I control, target one of your cards.
Monsters, right?
Yeah, one monster you control, and banish it.
Card, if he banishes your Outlet Golden Lords, would you cry? I'd cry.
I'm over it.
Unlucky.
And next up, we have the MVP of the scales, Go DDD Divine King Rage.
Go, it literally says go. I had no idea.
That's because in the OCG it was God DDD.
It was God? Oh, lame. I like God better.
Daryl and I went to Blood Methods, they won't repeat that shit.
Never again.
Scale 0, which means, oh, I can special summon that Kepler I just used to link summon pretty easily.
I remember you did that. That was broken.
If I were to take effect damage, I take no damage.
That card's good.
I can normal summon any level 5 or higher DD monster from my hand without tribute summoning it as a scale effect.
Jesus Christ.
And when this card declares an attack, if your life points is 4,000 or less, he gains attack points equal to your life points.
Oh God.
And cannot be destroyed by battle, and I take no battle damage involved in the attacks of this card.
Oh God.
I can tribute one other monster and either attack you directly.
So much.
You can't activate cards that spell in trap zone.
Sure.
You cannot activate card effects in your hand or in your graveyard.
Jesus Christ. It can be a dweller? That's nuts. You can stop them from hand trapping you? Jesus Christ. That's kind of cool. I like that card.
Okay.
And it's a
Love
scale
this
0.
card, and I want to give a shout out to where's Julian?
Julian?
Yeah.
He left.
Oh.
Give a shout out to Julian, my buddy, because he was lending me this card right now until I can get my own.
Hell yeah.
This card. Okay, on to the spells.
Yeah, we'll move this out of the way for you.
We got triple dark contract with the gate, search out everything.
Oh God, yes.
One copy of Swamp King.
Dude, you drew that all the time versus that card was just a miracle fusion. I was like, that card good. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
It makes all your monsters just more extenders to more big plays, you know? It keeps going.
Next, a card you never got to see tonight.
Oh no.
Dark contract with patent license.
Oh, you're right, I didn't see that card.
If you special summon a type of extract monster, fusion, synchro, Xyz, or pendulum that Link that I already control as a DD monster on my field, you're taking 1,000 damage. While this card's face up on field, you can't special summon that type of monster for the rest of the turn.
Oh Jesus Christ, that would have been nasty.
And if this card hits graveyard, I can add any DD monster from my face-up extract or my graveyard back to my hand.
Jesus Christ, that card is nice.
Next, 1-for-1.
God card. Search Kepler, right?
Special Kepler.
Special, yeah. Special Kepler, kind of nice.
Now this card, searches Kepler. 3 copies of Piri Race Map.
Oh God, yeah. This is the goo right here. This is the goo.
I was looking through profiles for a bunch of stuff. No one else played this card, but I was just looking. I remember my brother randomly saying something about this card, and I was like, screw it, let's try to look this card up. I read it, I was like, I'm either going to search Kepler, or I'm going to force my opponent to have an Ash Boss on me, because most people are going to try Ash.
Yeah, because it's a 1-card combo, right?
Yeah, it's 1 card set.
So you don't care about having your life points if you make it full board every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Next up, 3 copies of Forbidden Droplets.
That's a good card. Thank God you didn't draw that versus me.
See, I am not sure if I want to keep this card in here. I'm not sure what type of build I want to play. This is not the final build. I don't know if I want to play something with a little more hand traps or something that's more. I'm going to be able to play through all of your negates and break your board. It is sort of a toss up in the air right now.
So it's evolving.
Yeah, it's an evolving deck. Right now, this is the third or fourth time I've played this deck right now, and I have changed up slightly every time trying to figure out the best build.
Hell yeah.
Next up, the one of call bar we need.
That card's broken.
Hey Johnny, how do you like that Intis effect?
It didn't resolve, so it's pretty bad. I lost that game, Caleb.
This thing just said, Johnny, you're not doing
Yeah, I win the deer. Nope, not today. Okay, cool.
Next. DD Headhunt. If I control a DD monster, take your face-up monster until the end phase of the next turn. And if you special summon for the next turn, oh, it's a DDD monster now.
Yeah, hey, that card killed me, so yeah, that card's good. Even though you didn't use it to attack me, you just moved it out of the way and I died.
Next, 3 copies of Infirm.
That card's good. Generic.
Yeah, it can be used on either player's turn, so that's another. It's another one of the. It's another one of my reasons of this card can be used to break your board or used as a hand trap, but it doesn't matter which.
Yeah, it can be both.
And then the one card that Johnny read and was like, oh, I'm dead. Dark Contract for Eternal Darkness.
This card is
This card got so much better with Gilgamesh and these new things. If I control 2 DD monsters from my face-up Pendulum Zone, your opponent cannot target monsters on the field, yours or theirs, with spell or trap effects, can't tribute them for a tribute summon, cannot use them as material for fusion, synchro, or Xyz.
Sounds like everything. Sounds like I lose. I can't do anything with them.
To be fair, it really doesn't hit your deck as much.
Yeah.
Because you have to use materials from, this thing only prevents you from using materials from field.
Yeah, so I'd be using from grave sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
The only thing I think this would have stopped today is when you used Winda and you used that monster on board.
True that, yeah. Alright, that 40 in the deck? Main
40
deck?
exact.
40 in the main. I like it.
Right,
Consistency.
Extra deck or a side deck next?
Let's go extra deck.
Alright,
The real
first things
important
first,
stuff.
double of the Little Flame King Genghis.
The best $10 super ever.
I swear, this thing's $10. I am so happy I had 2 just left over.
Yeah, it went from penny stocks to $10.
This thing has saved my ass today. Am I mocking the matchup? I he drops Gizmek, so I can't kill him that turn. I drop a second one of these, because one's already on my field, overlay into my wave High King Caesar.
Jesus.
This thing's recursion's great, and this little number, unlike its bigger version, if this card in my possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect, I target a Dark Contract in my graveyard, add back to my hand.
Hey, so you get back your cards.
Yep.
Yeah, that card is nice.
Next, double DDD Flame High King Genghis. I want to cut one of these for a DDD Oracle King Dark, but I don't own a Dark right
So
now.
that would be switched to a dark whenever that comes out, yeah.
Yeah, whenever I get my hands on a copy, yeah.
Fair.
Just because Dark is a level 7, so it helps with the Lamia play, just in case, stuff goes south. It's more a generic fusion. It just takes 2 DD monsters instead of 1 level 5 or higher DD monster.
Yeah, so it's easier to summon the other guy.
Sure, this is a spell trap nade, but it's only on my turn.
Yeah, or your opponent's turn, right? Oh wait, no, your turn. I'm tripping. That way it'd be an Omni negate if it was my turn.
Oh yeah, and this thing says, your turn, Johnny?
This card be busted.
It'd be saying that too, no matter what.
Yeah,
But in this case, no.
That's fair. Card's good though.
Oh yeah. Same reborn effect as this little counterpart, so not much there.
Hell yeah.
DDD Curse King Siegfried.
That motherfucker right there is broken.
No,
What a great game.
quick effect, spell a trap negate, plus if you destroy it, no matter what, I'm gaining life points back.
Hell yeah.
Based on Dark Contract.
I like Siegfried. Siegfried's Omni negate, baby. You already love it. Spell trap Omni negate.
Now this card, I left him by complete accident. I didn't want to run tonight.
That's funny. I was wondering why you played Baron, but it's in there.
This card is supposed to be Zeus, but I forgot to swap the cards around because I was going to give this back to Seth tonight before the tournament, but he didn't show up, so I lost track of it in my head.
So this is supposed to be Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus, because Zeus with
It's
the
good
new
in your deck.
Zeus with the new DD Pendulum Xyz Siege monster is so broken because that says, okay, cool.
Attaching stuff.
I can fusion summon, use the DS World Sign, the one that you didn't suspect anything of, right? Oh, I just made my High Flame King Genghis. I swung over your big guy on board already, that one negate you had. Then I stacked the Zeus and wiped the rest of the board.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so for sure, Baron should be Zeus.
Yeah, just at least in this build. Other builds, sure, if you can run Baron, but just not on my build.
Right, because you don't play the way to make it easy.
Well, actually speaking, technically this is the deck that you could do it. It's just you get locked into Fiend so much, I don't care anymore about trying to make that.
It's definitely a warrior.
DDD Wave King Caesar and Marksman King Tell. I mention these together because these two always go together. I'm either stopping on Wave King Caesar if I need to search a Dark Contract with the any Dark Contract card to use it for use that. So when I set up Doom King Machina later on that turn, it is going to have the card to pop. I also only usually try to end on this card only if I had a Copernicus or I had like a fusion card in hand. I discard off Griffin's Pendulum Summon effect, something like that.
Yeah.
If not, I go into Marksman King Tell because King Tell can both burn my opponent with its effects, and when I link it off with Gilgamesh, it dumps any DD or Dark Contract card from the deck to grave, so I'm dumping my Vice Typhon, my something like that to try to get more advantage there.
Yeah.
Next.
It's crazy that those are common and rare.
DDD Wave High King Caesar.
Jesus Christ, that's a wave.
I made this card once, so I've only made this card once so far. But it ended up saving my ass tonight.
Fair. The card is good.
Because it stopped 2 Machina summons, which would have put out the cards that would wipe my board. Based on. Plus, you pop this card, I'm searching the Dark Contract from my deck to my hand, and if I negate that effect, if I negate that summon, or negate the effect of summon, I target one card on my one of DD and himself. They're getting 1,800 attack points.
Jesus Christ.
And if until the end phase of the turn, but they're both getting 1,800 attack points.
Those are big motherfuckers.
Next, DDD Duodon King Kali Yuga.
That card too damn big.
This card is insane.
Can't stop it.
You can't get. Hey Donnie, can you gamma that effect?
No, you can't do shit to it. No, you can't do shit to it. It just comes out and you die. That's what it do.
This card not only negate effects on my opponents this turn, which allow me to win.
It's a heavy storm too.
But the heavy storm effect against Julian's Pendulum deck was insane.
Yeah.
That's what saved. Next, my 2 new friends, DDD Divisor King Deus Machina. Or it should have been called Deus Ex Machina, but that's my own personal gripe. That's my only gripe with the card.
That card's insane too. Jesus Christ.
Once again, like I was saying, I want Zeus with this card because let's say I open up that Swirl Slime earlier, and any DD monster, I can't go combo whatsoever.
Yeah.
I can fusion sign a sign like him, or if I open up a high level, go into my Flame High King Genghis. I then stack him right on top.
Yeah, just summon the dude
swing over, and then suddenly Zeus is live.
Yeah. So definitely got to get Zeus back in here for sure.
Not only that, but this little number looks at your opponent. Hey, Johnny, let me ask. How was Alistair today?
He got sucked up.
Activate Alistair effect. Normally, you on that. I just said, cool. You can search the invocation.
I didn't want it no more.
I'm just gonna steal the Alistair.
I didn't want my invocation anymore. No, this card's broken.
Yeah, love that. And it's not once per turn, it's once per chain.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed it once you said effect. I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, I'm dead.
Dude, my opponent would have. My opponent. I used this on my opponent's Bigfoot, and because we're ruling things we have at our local, I still discard a card from his hand, which was Jackalope, so he set up another one on board. He tried to use Astral Karibo after that, thinking this was once per turn. He didn't read the card. To summon to drop Draglubion on me. I was like, okay, cool, activate it again, take the Astral Karibo.
Jesus Christ.
So here's the thing: is I played a lot better than this.
And if you need a high scale, once per turn during standby, drop him back to your scales.
Oh yeah, you can do that. That's even more broken. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and when this card is in scale, target one Pendulum monster I control in my graveyard, special summon it into my special summon the card in your other Pendulum zone and place that targeted card into the Pendulum zone.
Kinda nice, kinda nice.
Okay, and the last card, the only only linked monster you play in this deck.
The best link monster in this deck.
Copies of this. My favorite part about this is
It's the scales. This card's nuts.
it sets up my scales. This thing got infirm today, and I still set up a board with Machinex, Flame High, and Curse King Siegfried.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Negating this effect is not the death, except for in certain situations.
Yeah, unless you need a pendulum summon all these cards or something.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
Hell, even if you only have the one dark contract underneath him, put Machinex on him, suddenly this card is 2 interruptions.
Yeah, he is broken.
Plus, if you have to end with him on board, your opponent runs into him, let's say they put up 3 monsters or so, they run to him, kill him. Graveyard effect, especially on any of your DD monsters from your extra deck, including the face down ones from your extra deck, in face of defense.
Yeah, that's insane. Alright, let's get to that side deck, baby. Let's see it.
3 side deck. 3 draw, because we don't want our opponents searching, we don't want them going off as well, as much as they can. We want to limit their resources a lot. Game 2 and 3.
Store split pricing.
Artifact Lancia.
Broken.
Stop your opponent from banishing, keep going with that. I want to play this against Laundries, play this against Invo, play this against a bunch of decks. Next, 3 Lightning Storm, because I hate back row.
Maybe we do all
3 Dark Ruler, because we want to negate the whole board.
Yeah.
And 3 Solemn Judgment.
Good cards.
I am considering switching. I want to switch these 3 out for a copy of Tankertops, copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, copy of Red Reboot.
Oh, fair. It's not like crazy light point cards that kill you. Kill you faster.
No. Plus the fact that we already have droplets in the main deck right now.
Yeah.
So all that's going to do is give me extra back row outs, because back row is where we're going to take a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Because just imagine if earlier I was able to special Tankertops and force the pop on one of your guys, that force you in the gate right there.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, man. So let's get to shout outs. What do we got shout outs for getting?
I want to shout out everyone that's locals that just let me play this deck against them, that allow me to learn with this deck, learn combos.
Hell yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Kali Effect on YouTube. His deck profile is actually what helped me get the base of this deck down. Yeah, so shout out to that guy. Love your choices, just not my own.
Yeah.
Shout out to my buddy Paul, who traded me those period race maps 2 nights before the tournament.
Hell yeah.
And once again, shout out to Julian for leaving me that Zero King Rage.
Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out to yourself.
Death on your job interview.
Let him know, bro. Look at you looking fresh. Pop the collar, bro. Pop the collar. There we go. All right, for sure. Congratulations on getting 4th place, Caleb, and thanks for deck profile, bro.
Thanks, Johnny.